funny?
What, Jeffy, what happened to your eye?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You have a black eye, Jeffy.
Did someone hit you, Jeffy?
I can't remember.
What do you mean you can't remember? I would remember if someone hit me in the eye or not.
Well, I just don't know who did it.
Marvin, we should call the cops. Someone assaulted Jeffy.
You can't spell assault without ass.
Jeffy, did someone hit you or not?
I don't know.
Well, we're gonna call the cops and they're gonna find out who did it because they'll take like DNA off your eye and check everyone's fist.
Marvin, what if Jeffy's afraid to tell us because the person that hit him is threatening to hurt him more if he does?
Jeffy, is someone threatening you?
I don't know.
If you say I don't know one more time, I'm gonna hit you.
Well, now someone's threatening me.
Okay, I'm just gonna call the cops.
Hey there, somebody call the cops?
Yes, officer, someone assaulted my son.
Well, you can't spell assault without ass.
Bingo.
This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Look, we just want to press charges on whoever did it.
Okay, well, who did it?
We don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't press charges on somebody if you don't know who they are.
Jeffy can't remember who did it, but can't you, like, scan his eye for, like, their fist print?
What, fist print? What are you talking about?
You can scan fingerprints, right?
Yeah.
So, like, can't you scan, like, the fist print and, like, go in the fist print database and find out whose it was?
Fist print database? That doesn't exist.
But there's a fingerprint database, and fists are just curled up fingers, so, like, can't you, like, get, like, a out of the fingerprints?
What? No. Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Then how can we find out who did it?
Well, the only way we're gonna find out is if he tells us, or if the person who punched him punches somebody else and they tell us who it was. Like if it was like a serial puncher.
Well, can't you put out, like, an alert that, like, there's someone going around punching people?
I'm not gonna put out an alert for a, like, fist vigilante.
But he's punching people and he's on the loose right now.
We don't even know what the guy looks like.
So then what are we supposed to do?
Okay, I'll tell you what. You figure out who it is, and I'll arrest him, okay? All I know is I didn't do it.
Well, I didn't ask if you did it.
Oh, I know, but you're going to start asking questions about who did it, and I just want to eliminate myself as a suspect, because I did punch a kid in the face today, but it wasn't him.
Well, why'd you punch a kid in the face?
Oh, he had it coming, believe me, I'll tell you. So earlier today I was patrolling in the park, right, and it was a beautiful day. So I was just walking around, minding my own business, and then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this kid runs up, and he shoves me, and he yells, "Tag, you're it!" And I'm like, what the hell? What is this, some kind of game? So I start chasing him around, and I'm putting on the burners, right, because this kid is fast. And he's running around, he's giggling, he yells, "You're never gonna catch me!" And I'm like, oh, when I catch you, I'm gonna beat your ass. So then, we're running around all over the park, and then he trips, and he falls in a sandbox. And I'm like, oh, I got you now, you little... And then he kicks sand in my face. And I'm like, oh, you're not going to kick sand at me. So I punch him in the face. And I'm like, "Tag, you're it." And then he starts crying. And then his mom runs over and she's like, "You just punched my son in the face." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did. What are you going to do about it?" So I throw her on the ground and I start arresting her. And then all these people run up with their phones out and they start taking videos of me. And I'm like, that's not good. So I start throwing haymakers. I start punching everybody there who has a phone. And then I take all their phones so there's no evidence of what I did. And I run away. So yeah, that's why I punched that kid today.
Well, I guess if that's the only kid you punched in the face...
Wait a minute. I did punch another kid today.
What, you did? Why?
Oh, don't worry. It wasn't your son, but you gotta hear this. This one's even worse. So I run back to my house with all the phones I stole from the people at the park, right? And I throw them down on the counter and I'm like, "Honey, sell these phones on eBay because we're gonna need the money for all the lawsuits we're about to get." So she asked me where the phones came from and I said I confiscated them from some criminals. She goes, "Okay, well I made you some pizza rolls for dinner." So I start jumping up and down because I love me some pizza rolls. So I grab a handful of them and she's like, "Careful, honey, those are hot." And I'm like, "Shut up, bitch." So I start shoving those pizza rolls in my mouth, right? And then my mouth is on fire. Those pizza rolls are boiling hot. They're burning the crap out of my mouth. I mean, they burn the roof of my mouth so bad, I got a little piece of skin that's hanging down and I keep playing with it with my tongue. It sucks. And then my wife has the audacity to say, "I told you they were hot." So I throw the plate at her. I'm like, I know what I did wrong. You don't have to